What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's reaction video is when trash talking goes horribly wrong. This is like a bit of instant karma, isn't it?
Yeah, but I like this.
Thing is, yeah, oh no, I like it when it goes like against them.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be all sport. I'm just going off that, but I have a feeling, is it like when like a team like cheers thinking they've won and they haven't? But then that's not really trash talking, is it?
Maybe. It might be a little bit about...
Or they're saying, oh...
Or someone like bigging up like you got no chance hitting that and stuff, oh, I'm going to buy you.
Yeah.
The thing is, I do like a bit of banter. I do like a bit of competitiveness. I'm going to beat you and stuff like that. Obviously, it sometimes goes...
Too far?
Too far. But I think this is more a funny side. Someone trash talking, they get it completely wrong, a bit of egg on my face. You know what I mean? I'm assuming that's what it is. Smash the like button, by the way, guys. Smash the subscribe button. Would really appreciate it. 154 subscribers. To smash that subscribe button, would really appreciate it. Daily videos coming your way. And are you ready for when trash talking goes horribly wrong?
Yeah.
Let's check it out, what we got.
This clip will go down in the Basketball Trash Talking Hall of Fame.
Oh,
not
what?
because Devin Booker's trash talking worked, not because he actually backed it up or anything, but because of the absolute obliteration that was to follow.
What?
Devin Booker did not know it at the time, but this is where it all ended. A video taken moments before disaster.
So that is, by the way, that was Luca, the guy in the white shirt. But yeah. I know that is Luca. I can't remember his second name. So I'm guessing they just absolutely battered him.
Maybe.
Like they just came and battered him after he took
Today's
the nick out
video
of him.
is sponsored. This is the text my brother sent me just moments before witnessing the biggest playoff basketball monstrosity I've ever seen in my entire life.
27
I didn't believe
points
it,
at half
so
time.
I had to tune into the game
mad.
myself. And sure enough, there it was.
62-27. Wow.
Oh boy. In what world is this even possible?
In a game
a record-breaking 64-win Suns team, fully healthy, is getting dog-walked in a Game 7 with their season on the line.
By the way, a Game 7 is in your playoffs. That's the final game. Whoever wins this game goes through.
Yeah.
Whoever loses is out of there.
Well, I wasn't able to watch the first half, so I'm assuming those measly 27 points had to have come from Chris Paul and Devin Booker. I mean, there's no way they just didn't score. Huh. So, after all that trash talking, all that hooping and hollering, after going up 2-0 in the series, this was the best the Suns had to offer? A couple weeks ago, I made a video about how the Nets, and specifically Kevin Durant, had one of the worst playoff meltdowns in recent history.
Okay.
But, we got a new contender. Of all the players in this year's playoffs, Chris Paul had possibly more to prove than anyone else. After a career of bad luck and, quite frankly, bad playoff performances, NBA fans were eager to see if he could lead his team to the NBA Finals again and redeem himself for their collapse last season against the Bucks. But at this point, we should have known better. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Lose an NBA record 7 consecutive Game 7s, and shame on everyone. Why am I even watching at this point? But it's one thing for Chris Paul to fall apart in a Game 7. For one reason or another, he's been doing it his entire career. But the entire Suns roster, how does the 1 seed, the best regular season team in the NBA, fall apart this badly with their season on the line? In the first half of Game 7 against the Mavericks, the Suns' starting 5 combined for 15 points on 29 shots. Luka Doncic, by himself, had 27 points on 12 shots.
That's the guy who took a mick
Chris
out
Paul
as
and
well.
Devin Booker combined for a whopping 3 points in the first half. 3 points. Even worse, those 3 points came from the foul line. Neither of them made a single shot. By the end of the game, the Suns
tell you what, by the way,
5
we honestly thought this was a compilation.
I did, yeah.
We honestly thought it was a compilation.
I didn't think it was all about this.
I didn't think it was all about this, but I'm invested. I am invested.
mustered up just 37 points in 143 minutes on the court. Luka put up 35 points in just 30 minutes.
That's bad reading for
I don't
them,
think I've
innit?
ever seen an NBA game in my entire life that was over halfway through the second quarter. The only reason why Luka didn't drop a 50-point triple-double on these boys was because the man was on the bench by the third quarter, prepping for the Warriors in the next round.
Just
in
laughing
this
at
series
it.
featuring the Suns and the Mavericks, Luka had more points than pure scorer Devin Booker, had more assists than league-leading assist man Chris Paul, had more rebounds than 7-foot center DeAndre Jordan, and had more steals than defensive player of the
This
year
is just how
runner-up
good he is, isn't it?
Mikal
He's just a
Bridges.
beast.
The man
Surprised they've
beat the
mocked him.
Suns so bad, the franchise had to write an apology letter to their fans. Devin Booker spent the 2022 NBA season building a solid MVP campaign, having the best season of his career. And yet, somehow, when it mattered most, Booker put together the worst playoff game of his entire career.
Wow.
The man didn't even put up a fight.
The pressure
It's like
sometimes.
there's no fire in him. He's not rising up in these big games. And this big game mentality is what separates guys like Luka and Giannis from others. Sure, these guys are vastly more talented than their peers, and that definitely helps. But just as valuable as their skill set and physical tools is their will to win.
And mindset,
Luka
I think.
Doncic
Mindset.
would rather die trying than lose a game 7 like this. The man won't back down to anyone, and he has the game to back it up. I mean, seriously, is there anything better in
think he's so
sports
powerful,
than a
looking at him.
superstar who
I don't
plays
know,
He's
he
not
look-
like overly buff.
Yeah, especially because you see like super. I mean, they are tall compared to us,
Yeah.
especially you. But other tall guys, more seem more muscle stuff. I mean, just push them out, get them away.
Yeah.
I do like when we do the dunks and like the proper post up, like yeah, you know what I mean?
They fool you.
Yeah.
better under pressure.
No,
A
he's not
player
really
that
that
can
muscular.
take the trash talk, spit it right back,
Can hit a shot,
and
man.
make you
Compared to the guy
regret.
next to him.
Luka said it best after their Game 5 loss against the Suns.
He's tall though. Oh, they are tall. Why are they so
Do
tall?
you know how confident you have to
Basketball
be
players.
to say this out loud after going down 2-3 in the playoffs? This killer mentality, almost like a basketball hitman, taking names and seeking revenge, is something you're either born with or you aren't. Players like Luka, Giannis, Jimmy Butler, Ja Morant are all cut from the same cloth as guys like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Larry Bird.
Just that mindset,
There is
I like
no
it.
end to what they will do to win. It's almost psychotic at times. Not every night will be some monumental performance, but you can guarantee that they'll go down swinging. We often wonder why some players, although extremely talented, seem to never step up to the plate when all the chips are on the table. While some players rise to the challenge and love every moment of it, others shrink under the mounting pressure of these career-defining moments. It's intangible and immeasurable, but it's there. And the thing about guys who don't have it is that they tend to underestimate the guys who do have it. In the 90s, NBA
it just-
players
Yeah.
were
And then that
legitimate.
gap in it, like you underestimate it going, or mindset just going better and better. I wish I was like that much of a beast, like athlete wise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wish I was good at something and I could just like outpace everyone. I'm not. I know it is a mindset thing, but I'm not. And also you got to have skill as well.
Yeah, it all comes into it. It's all like the package.
Yeah, definitely.
Scared to trash talk Michael Jordan. I mean, they already knew that there was a slim chance he wasn't going to dismantle them. But at least if they kept quiet, Michael might just spare them from embarrassments in front of friends and family.
That's when you
Everybody's
know
tough
you're
when they're
good.
up. And wouldn't you know it, come Game 7 when the Mavericks were up, Devin Booker was quietly sitting on the bench with not a single word to say. Which really makes you wonder if Devin Booker is cut from not the same cloth as the Kobe Bryants of the NBA world, but from the same cloth as the Chris Pauls of the NBA. There's nothing wrong with that. CP is one of the greatest point guards of all time. But if you're relying on him to close out a game with everything on the line, you might be in some trouble. Patrick
Okay.
Beverley has been on a Chris Paul slander campaign for the last few days, and whether it's true or not, he spoke about how NBA teams aren't all that worried about facing Chris Paul.
CP3, is he going to be a Hall of Famer? No question about it.
Yeah.
Right? No question about it. Do guys in the NBA go to sleep early the night before playing the Phoenix Suns? Hell no. No.
You mean as a team, or would you talk about Chris Paul individually?
Chris Paul individually.
Okay.
No. I'm going to Steak 44 over there in Phoenix. I'm going to have me a nice little wine, probably sweat it out, and the pregame shoot around and get ready for Chris Paul. Steph Curry, I'm going to bed at 8 o'clock. Mom, don't call me. My girl, don't call me. I'm locked in right now. It's two different monsters. That's all.
And although that's really rich
That must
coming
be
from
like,
a guy who's
so for him, like Chris Paul, you know you're great. He's probably training his arse off as
Yeah.
well. But then knowing you've got this stigma around you that you can't perform in the biggest moments.
Yeah, it's not great, is it?
Like, everyone thinks that, everyone's saying it about you. That must be like a bit like hurt.
Yeah, it must be.
I bet he probably, let us know in the comments. I mean, we don't watch too much basketball, do we? But I mean, if I was him, he probably tries hard in the moments and then fails because he's trying too hard.
Maybe he's just worried about everybody's watch. Everybody knows what's going to happen. So he's trying not to, but then he ends up messing up because he's panicking so much.
Because of that Sigma. It's such a mental game at times as well, isn't it? And I feel a bit sorry for him, to be fair, because everyone's like saying, he's a great player, don't be wrong, but nah, he just blows it.
Yeah, he's just not good in the moments that matter.
He's just known for blowing it, like, oh.
Spent the last 8 years getting spanked by Chris Paul. I think there's probably a lot of truth to what he's saying. Chris Paul just doesn't have that hitman mentality that other greats have. And Devin Booker may not have it either. This whole Game 7 collapse, and even going back to last year's finals, reminded me of that clip from a couple years ago where Devin Booker was complaining about getting double teamed at an open gym. Instead of embracing the challenge, he became frustrated with it. Instead of welcoming the double team to enhance his game, he complained about it. Some fans often say Devin Booker is the closest thing to Kobe Bryant in today's NBA.
Okay.
Don't get it twisted. Because you want to know what Kobe Bryant said when he was getting double teamed?
Was people double teaming you during pickup?
Oh yeah.
And what do you think about, like?
Say you got to send another one.
That's badass. I'll beat both of you. Send a third.
I don't care how talented a player is. If he doesn't have a cutthroat, get out of the way, I got this mentality to his game, he will only get so far. Two superstars don't just happen to score 3 combined points in the first half of their biggest game of the season. It's one thing to get out to a slow start, but this is the result of a player who lives and thrives off of big moments, having a field day with 2 players that can't help but to freeze up in big moments. Either you have it or you don't. Some players lack it, some players are honing it, and some players are made of it. Hope you all enjoyed, and as always, until next time.
That was good.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was not what I expected.
It was not. A bit motivational at the end as well. I honestly feel like as well, people can train it into themselves. I think
Unless you're my height, then you've got no chance playing basketball.
no, I meant the mindset of just having it. You know what I mean? Having that, I can do this no matter, no one's going to stop me. I think everyone has it in them. I think you just got to unlock it, and it takes different things for people to unlock it. Not everyone will unlock it, but I think most people have that in different aspects of life. But it makes more sense now that somebody with a basketball picture sent this video.
Yes, it makes sense.
This just
I was
proves-
not thinking it was going to be this.
We didn't think it all. We honestly just thought it was going to be a compilation of people trash talking and then getting owned.
That's what I thought it was.
But I enjoyed it because I've learned something new today. I didn't know about the collapse as well. So I know a little bit about the basketball, and I know the Suns were awful before this season, or they had a few awful seasons. So then it shows it got good and then collapsed anyway. And then, about Luca. I've heard of his name. He seems a beast.
Yeah, it does.
Enjoy that?
Yeah, it was interesting.
Smash the like button, guys. Smash that subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it. And watch the video.
Have a fantastic day.
And we will see you legends in the next one. Peace.